Like to move you just a little, sorry.
Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of the Albert and Billy Show. How you doing today, Papa?
I'm Albert.
And I'm Billy.
This is Billy.
How are you doing, Papa?
I have been busy.
Surely not you.
I have been busy.
It's about to come a thunder boomer outside, folks. I'm telling you, you will hear the thunder.
Look at the black clouds gathering.
Mm-hmm. You know, the power went out a little bit yesterday at my house.
I had a hard time getting my TV back on.
Okay. Well, the power went out here at the radio station as well. This time it didn't cause any trouble. That's a shocker. Boy, that's some thunder there now.
You had no dysfunction whatsoever in here?
Yeah, I know. Usually it's,
yeah.
You know, there's always...
Knocks it out for 10 days.
I know. Exactly. We have had the worst luck with that, haven't we?
Yeah.
It's like it zeroes in on the tower. But anyway, that's a separate story. I want to, we'll start this episode out with some birthdays, okay? We're getting a lot of requests for birthdays to say here on the show, and we don't mind doing that for you. There is times where we forget, and I apologize for that, but we've been pretty consistent with that. We try to remember on the birthdays for sure. So here we go. Here's some recent birthdays and upcoming birthdays, okay, for the month of July. On July the 6th, we had a birthday for Miss Jackie Wilson. Okay. She's real friendly at McDonald's. She always got a smile on her face at McDonald's in the mornings. You can see
she's Jackie
nice up there. She is. She's very nice to me too, and she's a big fan of our show. So happy birthday, Jackie. Happy birthday to Macy Smith. Happy birthday, Macy. Hers was on the 7th. I'm actually bartending her wedding reception. So I'll be seeing you in September, Macy. Happy birthday to Carlos Davis.
I know Carla.
Yeah, an SRO at the Sheriff's Department, who is also a fan of the show. So his birthday was on the 8th, which was yesterday. Now today, we have 3 birthdays today on the 9th. Happy birthday to Carol Davis, Mitzi Smith, and Chris Hankins. Happy birthday, Carol, Mitzi, and Chris. Those are today. And then we got 2 birthdays I'll go ahead and announce because they're coming up soon. On the 13th, happy birthday to Miss Tina Brewer. One of our biggest fans, actually, and she's from San Antonio, Texas. Happy birthday to Tina in San Antonio. I hope you have a great birthday. Hers will be on Tuesday the 13th. And then on Thursday the 15th, another big fan of the show, Miss Ruby Asbury. Hers is on the 15th. So happy birthday to all you guys. And I did just get a text about Mitzi Smith. I did say that, Miss Casey Hodge, but I'll say it again. Happy birthday, Mitzi Smith. Hope you're having a great birthday today. Hers is today, as I said, along with Carol Davis and Chris Hankins. So if you'd like for us to say a birthday here on the show, feel free to let us know, and we'll gladly do that for you. Like I said, I just done that one time one day. Seems like I'd done it because I had forgotten to do it on the radio, Papa. And now it's turned into something. They like that. So, hey, we don't mind doing that for you at all. Not at all. So I hope all you guys have a great birthday today. We got some announcements as it's flash flooding outside practically. Looks like a tsunami out there now, don't it?
I've never been in one, but it looks, I'd rather be in here than be out there.
You got that right. It is pouring down the rain now, folks. Okay, Mount Crest Fire Hall's got a lot of events, or a couple of events coming up, some good ones. First off, it's their monthly country breakfast. Now, they're located on the intersection of Route 30 and Route 101. It'll be on Saturday, July the 17th from 6 until 10 a.m.
It'll be next weekend.
Right, a week from tomorrow,
All
correct?
right.
Now, they will have bacon, sausage, scrambled eggs, hash browns, biscuits and gravy with jelly and butter, coffee, milk, and orange juice to drink. Now, it's $6 a plate, but remember, all proceeds do go to the Mount Crest Fire Department, and as we say on here a lot, those fire departments are volunteer.
Yes,
so
ma'am.
it's always for a good cause when you support any local fire department. Okay, and so once again, Mount Crest Fire Hall, here's another event that they're having. This one's on Friday, July the 23rd. It is a barbecue pulled pork sandwich meal. Sounds good to me. It's going to be from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. on Friday, July the 23rd. And, well, it says 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. or until sold out. The menu: pulled pork sandwich, potato salad, baked beans, coleslaw, drink, and dessert. And it's at the Mount Crest Fire Hall, once again, on the intersection of Route 30 and Route 101. And all proceeds do go to the Mount Crest Fire Department.
How much?
$8 a plate.
$8.
But once again, it's for a really good cause. They are volunteers, so this is how they keep going.
Well, it
Literally.
costs some money. It costs some money to
It sure does.
run. They have to maintain a building plus the vehicles.
Exactly. It's not cheap. So anytime you do that, you know, it's for a good cause. That's for sure. And we want to keep pushing the upcoming. It's in October, but we're already advertising it. The big Fall Harvest Festival.
Yeah.
This year it will be on Saturday, October the 2nd. And I'm pretty sure yours truly is going to be in the dunk booth again. I was just informed of that.
They had mercy on me.
Yes, they did. So I got a volunteer pop-off or something. We'll see. We'll make sure he's there for some reason.
To watch you.
And they'll have all kinds of vendors set up for this. More information will be coming in gradually as we get closer to that date. I do know the Cleverleys are going to be there.
They're going to be the main attraction.
And they're going to see. I can't remember what he said. It would be later on at night, I would think.
I'm
Yeah.
sure if they're the main
On the
headliner.
main street, like on the main street stage, probably. They're really good. They're funny. And if you haven't seen the Cleverleys, you won't regret it. You won't be disappointed.
I bet they're clever.
I bet they're clever too. They might almost be as clever as you, Papa. And we'll have more. Like I said, there's going to be obviously more people as well. So anytime we get new information on this event, we'll be sure to pass it along to you. Now you can go to their webpage. It's pikevillefestival.com. On Facebook, it's Pikeville Fall Festival. So you can check out both web pages there and find out more details on the upcoming Fall Harvest Festival, which is always a huge, huge event here in downtown Pikeville.
Yes, it is.
And want to let everybody know the book bus schedule, which is going to be underway starting, I guess, next week, Papa, right? The 13th.
Yeah.
Okay, so the book bus schedule kicks off next week, starting on July the 13th. On July the 13th, it will be from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. at the Pikeville Townhouses. On July the 14th, it will be 10 to 1 at the Bledsoe Telephone Co-op.
Oh.
Okay, and then the 15th, once again 10 to 1 at the Pikeville Townhouses. And then let's see, okay, so it goes the 15th, then they take a few days off, and then on the 20th, they're back at Pikeville Elementary School from 10 until 1. July 21st, 10 to 1 at the Sequatchie Valley Electric Co-op. 22nd, 10 to 1 at the Pikeville Townhouses. 27th, 10 to 1 at the Pikeville Townhouses. July 28th, 10 to 1 at Cecil B. Rigsby Elementary School. And July 29th, 10 to 1 at Mary V. Wheeler Elementary School. So the book bus schedule is out, and it gets underway July the 13th.
You know, to me, that's indicative of the fact that people still like to read.
That's right. That's right. And they're encouraging people to read.
Yeah.
That's what they're promoting.
I would check out 5 or 6 books at a time for Carolyn to read.
Yeah.
But she had a certain variety of books she wanted me to find for her to read. She didn't just read just any old kind of book. She had a certain vein that she
knew what
wanted me
she
to
wanted to read.
Yes, I did.
Well, you're a big reader too, Papa.
I love to read. But it takes away from Bible study, and so.
But you do.
Let me
read
tell
a lot. A lot.
Charles Ladd is supposed to come today and build my ramp.
Okay.
He and his wife Margaret came down to measure for the ramp.
I love her.
Oh, sweetest.
Yeah.
But anyway, he told me, he said, Albert, I'm going to build a library for myself. I said, you're going to build a library? He said, yes, I've got 13,000 Christian books.
He could build a library then.
13,000.
Wow.
I don't know how many Brother Jim's got.
Amazing.
I bet Brother Jim's got between 1,000 and 2,000. And he told me this week, yesterday, I've probably read every one of those books.
He's read them all, or you have?
No, not me.
Well, I could see you reading them all too.
I love to read.
You are a big time reader. Now I've got one, well, maybe 2 more announcements here, and then finally Papa gets to announce some things. Well, no, I just have one because that took place, we've realized already. But the 29th anniversary and homecoming at Faith Baptist Church is coming up. That is going to be on, well, it starts this Sunday, July the 11th. It's going to be obviously at Faith Baptist Church. Come join the church as it celebrates with a singing at 2:00 p.m. And it's by I guess the group is called High Road. Because it says by High Road. Pastor Doyle Ashburn and his congregation invite everyone to attend. That's at 2 p.m. this Sunday, folks. July the 11th is the 29th anniversary and homecoming of Faith Baptist Church.
That sounds good.
That does. And I guess I need to say this one too, Papa, since it's Fall Creek Falls. Fall Creek Falls Community Center, folks. They are hosting its first car, truck, and motorcycle show fundraiser on Saturday, July the 24th at the center. So plans are, do you have that one? You know what, I'm not going to say nothing else because there's a whole lot of details, and why make your job easier when you can read it for us just as well as I can.
I so much appreciate you letting me do this.
Oh, I know you do.
But first I want to tell you about the breakfast they're going to have at the Fall Creek Falls Fire Department. It will be at 7 o'clock in the morning, and you may eat until 10.
It's always a good one.
And
always.
Their country breakfast consists of biscuits and gravy, which no breakfast would be complete without.
Amen.
To go with that, you'll have scrambled eggs.
There you go.
There is where you have the pancakes.
There we go. The only one with pancakes.
I like to put blueberries in my pancake mix.
Oh, do you
now?
Yes, I do.
You know who got me? You know who got me on blueberries?
No.
Mrs. Bounds gave me a 2-pound bag one night, and I said, I don't like them. She said, eat them.
I remember that.
She said, good brain power.
I remember her doing that.
And ever since then, I've been eating blueberries. My mind ought to be real brilliant by now. But they'll also have hash brown potatoes, bacon and sausage and country ham, and fried bologna. 4 choices of meat. But
That's
you don't
pretty
have to eat,
dang good right there.
you don't have to eat all 4 kinds. You can just eat one.
Right.
They will have fruit and orange juice and milk and coffee, of course. The fee for enjoying this wonderful breakfast, bountiful, is $7. And
It's
if
not
you're
bad.
10 years old or under,
Eat for
you
free.
don't have to pay.
There you go.
Now, that same day at Fall Creek Falls,
Yeah, I about messed up and done this one for you.
the community of Fall Creek Falls is having their first annual car, truck, and motorcycle show. It is a fundraiser.
Mm-hmm.
It will begin at 9 in the morning and it'll last until 3 in the afternoon. That's Central Time.
Yeah.
You register from 9 until 11:30 if you want to register your vehicle, whatever it is. No tricycles. It's just car, truck, and motorcycle. The entry fee for your motorcycles is $10. Your car or your truck, if you want to enter the competition, is $20.
Okay.
So your chances of winning would depend on how many entries you have.
Right.
The judging will take place at noon. Here are the awards.
Oh,
The
yes,
top
sir, that.
15, the top 15 cars and trucks will receive a citation of some kind. They will be awarded. The top 5 motorcycles will participate in the winners bracket.
They're probably not going to want a citation,
Well,
but you
they'll
know, an
be-
award sounds better.
Okay.
Citation makes it sound like
There
they're
will
speeding.
be a best of show in the car and the truck category.
Okay, good.
There will be t-shirts available. There will be music and food and family fun. If you would like to ask more about this to do,
Mm-hmm.
you may call 423-881-5154 or 423-881-5907 or 423-881-5195. Like us on Facebook. I would like to
They
like
have
you,
they have a.
but I don't know how to do Facebook.
You know
This
why,
is the-
folks? Because he's never tried it. He doesn't want
This
to
is
learn.
the-
I've tried to teach him. I'm going to try to teach him again one day.
This is at the Fall Creek Falls Community Center. Don't forget, that's July the 24th.
Not too far away.
Well, today is the 9th, so it'll be 2 weeks from tomorrow.
Okay, right.
2 weeks
I
from
think
tomorrow.
that'll be a good event.
And that's the same
Don't
day
you?
as the breakfast. Oh, yes. And it's going to be the first time. Just consider the car shows we have here.
Exactly.
What
they
they
do
call 'em-
great.
They call them cruise-ins.
cruise-in.
Cruise-ins. They're tremendous.
They are. And so Fall Creek Falls has it going on that day then. That's the same day of the breakfast, correct?
Right.
And speaking of t-shirts, Albert and Billy Show t-shirts are available. If you would like to order a Albert and Billy Show t-shirt, go to our Facebook page and let us know. Let us know the size that you need and color, and we will gladly get you an Albert and Billy t-shirt made. They're $10. I've seen some of the designs. I really like them. We have one
What's the
ourselves.
color?
There'll be different colors.
Black, I know.
Yeah, black, white, blue. I think red.
Mine is way
Might
too.
be a yellow one. I'm not sure.
Mine is way too large. I got to bring it back.
Oh, okay.
It fell off of me. Then there I stood naked.
You're telling one too.
It's too big.
Well, we'll fix that for you, by Georgie. But we've had a lot of requests, really for years now, for these t-shirts, and so we finally have t-shirts for the Albert and Billy Show. We'll also have WUAT radio t-shirts available, and we'll also be bringing the Bloody Bledsoe t-shirts back. Get a lot of requests for those too. So you gotta let us know if you're interested and you want one. Order one. Go to the Albert and Billy Show Facebook page and let us know, or go to my personal Facebook page, Billy Bridges, and comment on there and let me know. But we will get those to you. Just order them, and you'll have you an Albert and Billy Show t-shirt, a WUAT t-shirt, a Bloody Bledsoe t-shirt, whichever you want, or if you want all three. So just glad to have them finally.
If they're $10 a piece, you get 3 for 30.
Right, exactly. Exactly. I like that sales pitch, Papa.
Sound like cheaper if you get 3.
It does. Oh, me. Well, it's cleared up a little bit out there now, Papa, hasn't it?
I can see the mountainside.
Yeah, you can actually see outside. Like, there for a while, it was a blur. It was raining so hard and heavy out there. But it's clearing up now. I like that. It's clearing up just in time for trivia time.
Trivia. I'm glad you made mention of that one little old factor.
I bet you are.
I want to point out something to you. The United States of America was 245 years old Sunday.
Yes.
245 years old.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Happy birthday, USA.
It's, to me, to reach the milestone of 200 years is a remarkable feat for a nation to stand that long.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad now we got 245 out of the way. Now we're heading toward 300.
That's right. That's right.
That'll be the next milestone.
Or maybe 250. What do you think?
Well, 250,
You'd
just 5
think.
more years.
Well, I mean, you would think that's
I'd
a
like to think.
milestone,
I
wouldn't
think
you?
I'd like to be here for 250. But
You will.
I won't for 300. I'll have to have a cane in each hand. All right. Number 1. Convent dwellers, the female type. Who lives in the convent?
Oh, nun.
A nun.
Yeah, the
That's
nuns.
exactly right. All right. The Iron Man of baseball. What was his name?
Oh, man.
He has a disease named after him.
Oh, okay. Lou Gehrig.
Lou Gehrig's disease.
Yes.
The day that he gave his announcement that he was having to retire from baseball because of the disease,
Yeah.
he said, "I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth."
Oh, really?
Because he had set the record for the most baseball games played in consecutive days.
Really?
Over 1,500 days that he had played a baseball game without missing a game.
Wow.
And that's how he got the title Iron Man of baseball.
That makes sense. And you know, he couldn't have known what disease it was at that time because they didn't know, because it ended up being named after him. So I'm sure there's a lot of confusion going on there, and I'm sure he was wondering what in the world was going on.
Well,
and
now,
they say that's a very, very painful disease. Very painful.
I'm not familiar with it.
I've heard that, you know.
Allie, that used to film us.
Our former producer, Miss Allie.
She's an Allie Smith now. She
Yeah.
was a Pursley.
Yeah.
She is to have surgery on August the 11th. She has a rare condition,
I know.
but they're going to surgically remove her problem.
Are they?
Surgically, they will remove her problem.
Well, I hope
They stopped
that helps.
they stopped the chemotherapy because it was not helping.
Well, then there's no point in going
So
through all that.
They're going to go the route of surgery, but it has been set for August the 11th.
Okay, we'll have to
All
keep
right.
Allie in our prayers.
What species of cattle are black?
Bull.
No, species. What
A species of cattle.
A Holstein is a type of cow, but there is a species of cattle that are black. Save-A-Lot has fillets on sale today. They're out of Angus, and they're bacon wrap fillets. You get 2 for $9, but they're out of this type of cow.
So it's not Angus, is it?
It is an Angus.
Oh, okay, good. Thank you.
How did you guess on it? It was guess.
It was a guess, and you slipped up and told me. You said they ran out of Angus.
Oh yeah. No, I didn't say
Did
they
you
ran
hear
out.
that gal?
No, I said they've got fillets on sale, two
Yeah.
for $9, wrapped with a piece of bacon. I got them on, and they're out of.
Hey,
I didn't say that.
Hey, but I do appreciate it.
That's the first mistake I ever made. Okay, now we're talking stock market here.
Oh, crap. You know I ain't got no
Listen,
diddly squat about that.
Blank Jones average.
Oh, the Dow Jones.
Dow Jones. Now, how'd you know that?
Because that's about the only thing I do know about the
That
stock
is the
market.
sports indicator that most people go by.
Okay, yeah.
The Dow Jones average for the day is what people look at.
Oh, okay.
Particularly if you've got $1 million invested in the market. I don't have $1 million invested.
Right. They look at it because, if they do have a big investment, they need to keep up with it.
DeWitt Carter was a friend of mine. He died, but DeWitt told me that while he was alive that he took $10,000 of his money out of the bank because he wasn't getting any money out of it, and he thought he would play the market, so he invested it in the stock market.
Okay. How'd that
Well,
work
it started going down. So he was losing money,
Yeah.
and it finally rebounded and started going back up. And when it got to the same plateau of $10,000, he cashed it in. He didn't want to play the market anymore.
I don't blame him. I mean, it is a risk to take,
It's
no
a
doubt.
risk.
No doubt about that.
Unless you know somebody that's inside
That can really
that can
help.
tell you which stocks are not falling, not faltering, that are
That's
very
true.
strong, that will produce an income for you to invest your money in.
Now, yes, that's a huge advantage to have. If
But
you
I
have that.
never would have $10,000 to invest. Okay, agreement signaling hostilities are ending. What do you call it when you sign a
Treaty.
treaty? Is one word.
I was guessing, but that does sound
That's
right. don't it?
or a
Okay.
truce.
Truce, yeah.
Truce. Or a pact.
Yeah.
It's an agreement between two sides that you're going to stop hostilities. You're going to stop war.
Okay. Really, all three of those words work for that, then,
Yes,
don't
they do. Remember I told you about reading that book, The Sinking of the USS Indianapolis?
Oh, man, yeah.
That ship had just delivered that one component that they were lacking on having the atomic bomb ready to drop.
Yeah.
And when they delivered that one piece, that was in a wooden crate on board that ship, they didn't even know what they had. But when it was delivered, they put the bomb together, and that B-29 Enola Gay took off
Yeah.
and dropped that bomb on Hiroshima. Pshing!
Yeah, just
But it
like
didn't
that.
bring an end to the hostilities.
They had to do it again.
They had to do it again. This was about the 1st of August in 1945.
Okay.
And then when the second bomb was dropped on Nagasaki, they were ready to sign a truce, a treaty, a pact to get rid of the war and the end of life being lost. Because,
Oh, really? They were.
well, the United States was tickled to death because of all the lives that we'd lost.
Yeah.
But those two bombs accounted for well over 100,000 deaths.
I'm sure.
That was atomic warfare opened up.
Mm.
And we've not seen a repeat of that.
And you don't want to.
No, you don't.
just-
You bet you
that's
don't want to.
No. It's
You
a terrible
need
thing.
to sign
Terrible.
the truce now before
Yes. Yes.
Okay. If you're a man and you're into bodybuilding and you show your muscles, what do?
Flex.
Flex.
Okay.
I never did do that. Eddie Albert could.
He got into that big
Eddie
time for
Albert
a
could.
while, didn't
After he worked out,
Yeah.
he could really.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Okay, in the city of Cincinnati, Ohio, give me the pro name of the football team and the baseball team.
I can do it. Cincinnati Bengals.
That would be
That's
football.
the football team. And their baseball team is the Cincinnati Reds.
I want to tell you a story about the Cincinnati Reds. They used to have a catcher named Ted Kluszewski.
Okay. See,
And
when I think of them, I think of Pete Rose.
Pete Rose is probably the premier player for the Cincinnati Reds of all time.
Absolutely.
Best known. But anyway, Ted Kluszewski would be an unknown, probably, as you rated players.
Okay.
But he was such a bodybuilder that he wore short sleeves, real short sleeves.
Oh, okay.
And so when he would give the signals for what pitch for the pitcher to pitch, the opposing teams got to where they could figure out which muscle he flexed as to what ball was going to be thrown.
No way.
That's the story Albert heard, and I can't prove it, but that's what I heard. I read.
That's a good story.
Be it true or not. Be it true or not.
It is. I wonder how long it took him to catch on that they were catching on to him.
I bet they didn't let him know anytime soon.
No.
All right,
I guarantee it.
The best-selling doll in the United States, probably in the world.
Oh, I mean, wouldn't it be Barbie?
Got to be. Her name's Roberts.
That's right. That's right. That's why she's the best-selling right there.
She's been around for about 60 years.
Okay.
About 60 years.
Well, I mean, yeah, there's no telling how much money Miss Barbie Roberts has made.
No.
As generous. Barbie and Ken should be set for life.
But they keep on making new ones.
I know. They want more money, don't they?
That's all I have in trivia.
Well, I think I did pretty darn good in trivia.
You did well.
I thought so, too.
Some of those were a little tricky.
Yes, they were. I did have to guess at a couple of them. But
you made good guesses.
Pat on the back here.
Encouragement is a big word. It's an important word. Everybody likes a pat on the back, but everybody needs a pat on the back.
That is so true. And we don't really get enough of that usually.
No, we don't.
And that's a shame. That's a shame.
So
encourage people. It's important. Very
Casey,
important.
I did some washing of Casey's clothes, like I do yours. And she had a shirt. It said, "Be kind, be kind, be kind, be kind." 4 times. The message on the front was, "Be kind." Be kind 4 times.
Wow.
That's all it said. That's another good word.
That is. That is.
Good advice for human beings to be kind to one another and to be encouraging to one another.
Yes, because it does not happen enough.
No.
And that's just the truth. It doesn't. But we can change that. We can change that.
By being thoughtful.
That's right. Well, folks, coming up after the break, it'll be sports of all sorts, as Papa says, and then some good old Albertology after that.
I don't know where I came up with sports of all sorts.
I don't either. I guess that just fell in your head too, didn't it?
You might have told. You might have said.
I might have. That's possible. That's possible.
That's been about, what, 3 years ago?
Yeah, yeah. But what I do know is all that good stuff is coming up next after the break, right here on the Albert and Billy Show. So stay tuned, folks.
Yeah, come on back.
I'll take care of lunch today, Dylan. Oh, no, I lost my debit card.
Hey, use that new Mountain Valley Bank app we got. You know, Card Valet. You can freeze your card so nobody can use it till you find it.
That's a good idea, Dylan. Where was the last place I used my debit card?
I don't know. Hurry up. I can't stay until her error. I feel like I'm doing the mannequin challenge. I'm gonna end up with lockjaw. Thank God.
The app freezes my debit card, Dylan, not you.
Oh.
Welcome to the Dunlap Mercantile, located in the heart of the beautiful Sequatchie Valley at 15664 Rankin Avenue in Dunlap, Tennessee. Stop in today for some Mayfield ice cream or a cup of community coffee, and if you're interested in renting this venue for your event, call 423-949-2552. Stay tuned to DunlapMercantile.com for concerts and events coming to the Dunlap Mercantile in 2021. God bless.
Welcome back to the Albert and Billy Show here on WUAT Radio and BTC Fiber TV and BTC Fiber YouTube. Be sure to check out the BTC Fiber YouTube page. Subscribe, like, comment, and we do appreciate that very much. And thanks to our sponsors, Citizens Tri-County Bank, Bilbrey Insurance, Scotty's, the offices of Emma Boynton, Lisa Wheeler, and Michael Walker. Thank you, guys. Thanks to Farm Bureau Insurance, Pikeville Family Dentistry, The Loom, Nickel Row Antiques, also Morgan Brothers, which now is Morgan Brothers. Excuse me. It's still the original Morgan Brothers. About what, 2 miles up the road?
2 or 3.
Then they have the venue. And they also have the Bank Walker Brewery is now open, and it is nice. It is like a high scale restaurant. Like, you'll love it. If you've not been in there, I highly advise you to check it out. Very nice place. Gibbs Pools, State Farm Insurance, Milldown Outdoor Adventures, and the Country Gospel Bluegrass Showcase Sunday. Thanks to all of our sponsors. Papa, it is sports time.
Let me tell you, the outdoor...
yeah, we are working on coordinating something to film an episode from Milldown Outdoor Adventures.
They made the front page of the
I saw that.
BTC Fiber magazine this week.
Yes,
And
yes.
nice article inside.
I didn't get to read. I'm going to read it. I just got to see the picture, but
I was proud for Tim and Michelle both.
That
they got that recognition.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, and they're fans of the show, so we want them to get recognition. They're a sponsor of the show, so of course we do.
I had not thought of that when I brought that up. It's just an interesting article, really interesting article.
I've got to read that.
Okay, we're ready for sports of all sorts.
We are ready for sports of all sorts.
We'll start out with football coming from Knoxville.
That always makes me nervous.
Well, last year's recruiting class was second only to Ohio State.
That's good.
That's
good. Amazing.
But currently, I think when I wrote this that we were 41st, but I think we've slipped some since then.
Oh, man.
My, how the mighty have fallen to go from number 2 to number 41.
Thanks a lot, Jeremy Pruitt. Appreciate it.
I would say that Jeremy Pruitt contributed heavily to the Rats avoiding the sinking ship.
He sure did. He sure did.
But they did pick up a tackle, an offensive tackle, a 3-star offensive tackle from Detroit. His last name is Reddick, R-E-D-D-I-K.
Okay.
That happened last Friday, a week ago today. Also,
hopefully he's going to be good.
Also in football, Tennessee football, overall, since Phil Fulmer stepped aside in 2008, our record that has been compiled by coaches Lane Kiffin, Vince Dooley, Butch Jones, and Jeremy Pruitt. Those four in those 13 years.
Painful years. 13 painful years.
We've won 78 ball games. That's an average of 6 per year. We've lost 82 ball games.
Oh my! That's a losing record, for God's sake.
For
That's
an
terrible.
average of 6 1/3 losses per year.
We're overdue some success.
Tennessee, prior to Fulmer's leaving,
was a powerhouse.
we had won 13 Southeastern Conference titles. We had a national title in 51 and also in 98.
Absolutely. We really were a traditional powerhouse, Papa.
Pruitt was 16 and 19.
Terrible.
And the 16 wins were aided by cheating.
Exactly.
And we don't know what the penalty is going to wind up being from his escapades.
No, I've said many times on this show that I do not like how the NCAA drags their feet on making decisions like this. That part is not right.
It should already be doled out so that Tennessee would know and recruits would know.
That is exactly right.
But our most embarrassing loss was back in 19 when Georgia State beat us 38-30 in the opening game.
Oh.
To me, that was the most embarrassing loss.
Yeah, terrible.
Okay, yesterday, Tennessee inked their 9th recruit. This man came from Birmingham.
Okay.
And he is a 3-star. He's a receiver. And he's rated number 68 talent-wise throughout the country.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
His name is Marquarius White.
Okay.
Marquarius. Marquarius White.
Okay. I hope Marquarius White will be a bright light for UT.
Way to go, Billy. But it's refreshing to me that some of these players are still lining up with Tennessee.
Well, they might see something special going on in the new coaching staff.
Well,
that's my theory on it.
They're not basing their decision on this year.
No.
Because you know, one of the automatics is no bowl game.
Yeah, it has to be that new coaching staff, and they might be good recruiters.
And there's no shortage on the number of people they can sign. I mean, they can keep on signing them, but how many? I guess players that sign with Tennessee know they're going to get to play.
Right.
They know they're going to get to play. And if you are good enough, you can have an impact on your sport. You can have an impact on your future.
Absolutely.
And so even though it be with a losing team, the teams we beat, if we beat any, it'll have to have it'll add to their record. I'll say it that way. Add to their record.
I like how you put that, Papa.
I got to talking there and I had it in gear and couldn't get out of gear.
Right.
Basketball, the playoffs, Milwaukee Bucks, they took care of the Atlanta Hawks 4 games to 2.
That's such a bummer, man.
I don't know how Milwaukee and Phoenix came out last night, but Phoenix won the first game.
Well, I heavily predict Phoenix will be the NBA champions this year. I said whoever wins between Atlanta and Milwaukee out of the East will have a very hard time defeating whoever wins the West, and I stand by that.
I'd say you're right.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be a tough ask for Milwaukee.
In baseball, the Atlanta Braves are still in 3rd place, but now they're 7.5 games behind. That's not good.
That's not good.
The Mets are on top in their division.
That's strange.
It is. And in the National League, the Western Division, the Giants are still on top, but by 1 game over my Dodgers.
Oh, your Dodgers are getting right on their
Well, it
coattails.
depends on what happened last night. If the Giants lost and the Dodgers won, they'd be tied.
Okay,
Could be.
True.
Could be.
true.
I just don't know. Wimbledon.
But either way, it's really close.
Wimbledon.
Wimbledon has been very crazy this year.
That's
With the
very
injuries,
descriptive. That's very
yes.
descriptive. Federer won his first game. He beat number 29, but Federer got beat.
I know. Dang it.
He got shut out in that last set, 6-0.
That's shocking.
It told how many matches he had played and how many sets he had played. And for him to get beat 6-0 was just unheard of.
Yeah, you dang right it's unheard of. I don't know that I've ever seen that happen.
It would
to
almost
him.
indicate that he gave up.
It did seem that way. Either maybe an injury that he didn't talk about, maybe picked up an injury during the match, or ran out of steam, one. But he's in great physical condition.
I don't
And he
believe it
is
out
the
of steam.
type. He's the type that would, if he did get an injury through the match. Federer's a classy guy. He's a classy competitor. He wouldn't say it because he wouldn't want to take credit away from the opponent. I
Well,
will
that's
give him
true.
that.
He would be a gentleman.
He really would be.
Djokovic won.
Yeah, he's on a roll. He's on a roll.
He will win it all.
I don't know who in the world would beat him now. It'd be a huge upset if somebody does.
Coco Gauff got upset.
That wasn't really much of an upset.
No.
Though. She lost to Kerber.
Angelique Kerber.
Who is a multiple Grand Slam champion.
But Kerber got beat yesterday
She did, didn't she, in the semifinals?
in the semi. So the finals.
To the number 1 seed.
Bart's number 1 seed, but she'll be playing the one that beat her. And
I don't know who won between Pliskova.
Pliskova.
Did she win?
She
Okay.
She's
I would
in
like
the
to
finals.
see. Now she has made a final before and lost, so she's never won one. Barty has, so I'd like to see Pliskova win it.
Well, she's from the
Czech
Czech
Republic.
Republic, and the other one's from Australia.
Yeah, and now Ash Barty is she's number 1 right now. She's from Australia. You realize that she quit tennis for 2 years,
Yeah.
got burnt out on it, and started playing cricket down there. And apparently that was what she needed to do, because when she come back, man, she's been on fire.
She's been on fire. She's beating some good players too.
She sure is. Yeah.
Well,
this would be her second major if she wins.
the Olympics. I want to talk about them just for a minute, because they're going to start here in less than 2 weeks.
If they start at all, that's so.
They had a meeting yesterday, the head knocker in Tokyo and the head of the Olympic committee. They all got together. There will be no opening ceremony, no fans.
Then don't have it.
There will be no fans allowed at the arenas or at the venues. It will be a
Then don't
TV
have
only Olympics. TV only.
They need to postpone it another year or have it somewhere.
You can't have it somewhere else now because no one else will be equipped for it.
Right.
But by the same token,
They could postpone it a year.
I think you have the best idea.
Postpone it a
But
year.
it should have been done months ago.
It really should have. But people
they
are
claim-
so
they-
tired of this crap.
Well, they're blaming it on the new strain of the COVID.
There's always going to be something. This has gotten so far out of hand. It's pathetic. Either have them with the fans there or don't have them at all. But this is absolutely ridiculous. It really is.
That's all I have with sports. Now we're ready for Albertology.
Albertology. And I'll be dadgum if you're not going to talk about the pandemic in it. The plandemic, I mean, because that's what it really is.
My pastor's name is Jim Whitaker. I'm going to quote Jim Whitaker, and y'all can blame him for what I say. Our pastor got up several weeks ago and said to his church, his flock, he said, folks, let me tell you something. 1/3 of the people that used to attend this church will not be back. That's 33 1/3% of the attendees will not be attending.
Why is that?
Because of they missed so much from the COVID that they will be out of the habit of going to church, and it will affect a third.
Comfortable.
That's to me, that's a little bit high, Brother Jim. But anyway, this article is talking about, and it agrees with Brother Jim, that there will be a certain percentage of people that will not darken the door again.
Right.
Because
it's
maybe
hard to
they
know
were,
how many yet, though.
No, we don't know for sure, but some of them were just hanging on, just on the fringes to begin with. But this article adds to what Brother Jim has said. It says that there will be some churches that will not open back up. Period. They were already hanging on by just a thread.
Didn't have enough people.
It was weak in attendance, and for so long there had no services, and you wound up with a lot of people like Albert Roberts that's too old to do anything. Then you're in trouble. And so it mentions 2 of these churches. One of them is in Maine. It gives their names in the denomination, and I'm not going to go into that. But this article is adding to what Brother Jim has said. It's going to be more serious than just affecting the number of people that come to church. There's going to be some churches that their doors will be closed.
Yeah,
Let me tell you
so
something,
sad.
Billy. I just read this week. Do you remember Robert Schuller?
I've heard that name.
Had you ever got to see the church, the Glass Cathedral, as he went to the ball game on the West Coast?
Oh, L.A. Right, Dodger Stadium.
He got to see.
I've seen Dodger Stadium. Somebody else could see it if he wasn't so scared to fly.
But anyway, Robert Schuller
Yeah.
turned over the operation of the Glass Cathedral. That's what they called it. Hour of Power was the name of the television show that they had.
Yes.
And it's been on for years and years and years. He turned over the church to his son.
Oh.
It is now a Catholic church.
What was it before?
Well, it was Robert Schuller's church.
What denomination?
It was not a Catholic.
Wow. Wow.
This article talks about the mega churches like Jerry Falwell's church and Oral Roberts.
Yeah.
A lot of these preachers in the mega churches have turned over their church to their son. Billy Graham's son, Franklin Graham, is trying to run the Billy Graham Ministries. And this article says, and I love Franklin Graham, but he is no Billy Graham.
Well, no.
And this article says
it's not fair to expect him to be, really.
Or let me just pose a question to you.
Okay.
Brother Jim Whitaker's been our pastor for 21 years. When he decides to retire, whoever takes his place, it doesn't matter who it is.
No, they're not going to be him.
They're not going to be him, but yet whoever it is will be compared to him.
Yeah, the new part, whoever takes over something like that, they're under enormous pressure.
They're under enormous
off the bat.
Because it's a mega church to begin with.
That's
No,
right.
our church is not a mega church, but this
It's
article,
a big one, though.
This article is talking about mega churches.
Well, yeah, I understand.
And the question is asked, will they return? Will the people return? Some of them won't, and some of the churches will not open their doors. They'll just stay shut.
That is sad.
I had
That
no
is sad.
idea. Albert Roberts had no idea it would be this bad.
Well,
I did not.
Your grandson did. and kind of told you about it a little bit ahead of time. Now maybe you're starting to believe what I'm saying.
Boy, let me tell you, old Philly was impressed with you. I should have done this in sports.
Okay.
You know Bruce Springsteen.
Oh yeah.
What's he called? Bruce Springsteen.
Well, he's a rock and roll singer,
I know
legendary.
he's an icon, but
he is.
Is he called the Horse or something? He's called something.
He does. Yeah. The nickname's not coming to me at the moment, but yeah.
But anyway, his daughter is 29 years old.
Mm-hmm.
She is going to be on the equestrian team to compete in the Olympics. There's 4 women
Wow.
that will do the competition, and she made one of the 4.
Well,
So I should have done that in sports. But
hey, at least you mentioned it. That is pretty impressive.
Anyway, Billy Crystal. Billy Crystal. He's well known.
Legendary actor, very funny comedian.
Very funny, and he did the Academy Awards 9 years in a row.
I think so. He did it for a long time.
But Billy is, let's see, how old is he? He is.
I don't know.
It tells how old he is.
60 something maybe.
No, he's in his he's 76, 73.
Oh, okay.
But he is the voice in the Monsters
Inc. Is it?
It's going to be it's a new series, Monsters at Work, but it goes back to that one, and it opened.
Okay.
They had the grand opening July the 2nd. So.
Oh.
But it is a continuation of the Monsters Inc.
Okay.
But here's some.
It'll do well then.
Here's some fun facts about Billy Crystal.
Okay.
When he was a child, one of his babysitters was Billie Holiday.
No
She
way.
was a singer. She is a singer.
Mm-hmm.
His biggest mistake he ever made in his career, he was offered to be the voice of Buzz Lightyear, and turned it down.
Whoa. Big mistake there, Billy Crystal.
He realized, he said the biggest mistake he made in his career.
At least he's aware of it.
And then he was Rob Reiner's friend in the All in the Family.
Oh, yeah.
And they became friends for life.
That's
and
right.
the day before he turned 60,
Mm-hmm.
he was an avid baseball fan for the New York Yankees, and
really?
they actually let him play in a spring game against the Pittsburgh Pirates.
They did?
And he struck out. We're going to have
But at least he got to play, you know.
Yeah, he was such an avid fan that he asked them if they would let him play. It's not a regular season game.
It's a bummer that he didn't, get to hit it, though.
I went to my heart specialist one day this week. I believe it was Monday.
Yes.
And his nurse has a grandchild that has Down syndrome.
Oh.
And that child was chosen as a Gerber's baby for some kind of promotion they did.
Okay.
And so while I was there, I wrote, she's got every wall in every room covered with her grandchild and all these things.
Right.
But I wrote down these 2 things that she had written.
Okay, let's hear those.
Grandchildren are a reward for not killing your own children.
That's a good way to put it.
A grandchild is someone who reaches for your hand but touches your heart.
Well, that's a beautiful quote, isn't it?
It is beautiful. She's such a sweet woman, such a sweet woman.
Really?
Okay, you ready for some jokes?
Well, we're always ready for some jokes, Papa, of course. Of course.
I just happen to have a few ready.
Well, I hope you do, and I hope they're better than last week's. I mean,
I hope they are too. Mr.
The first one last week was really good.
Yeah, I need to say that one.
though. You really do.
But you know, I said I wanted to read it, but I remembered every bit of that.
No
I didn't have
way.
to read any of it.
Wow, I'm impressed, Papa.
It impressed me.
That is impressive.
Not my reading of it, but the story.
Yeah.
That's what really impressed me.
That's not easy to do.
Mr. and Mrs. Phillips are on a safari in Africa. And
Right.
they're in the deepest, darkest part of Africa. And they're walking through the jungle cautiously when suddenly a huge lion jumps out in front of them and grabbed Mrs. Phillips in its jaws
Whoa.
and started to drag her away. And she said to her husband, "Shoot!" And he said, "I can't, I'm out of film."
Oh, shit.
Out of film.
Boy, he was a lot of help, wasn't he?
I can remember one time we were at Gatlinburg and we were having a cookout in a secluded area. We had picnic tables and
Yeah.
a bear came down out of the woods,
Ooh.
and I had a transistor radio with leather cover on it
Yeah.
sitting on the picnic table, and we thought the bear was after the loaf of bread, but he grabbed my radio. And then I'm cooking the hamburgers on the grill, and that bear does not leave. It starts coming toward me. And I said to Carolyn, "Carolyn, get this on film."
Yeah, for real. He was wanting him to play too.
But he didn't.
Right.
He didn't bother my hamburgers. He just wanted my radio. What does the lion say to his friends before they go out hunting for food?
What does the lion say to his friends?
Before they go out hunting for food.
I don't know. I can't think.
Let us pray. P-R-E-Y.
Ooh.
Let us pray.
That's a good one. That's
What
a good
happened to the leopard who took a bath 3 times a day for a week?
one. What happened to the leopard that took a bath?
3 times a day for a whole week.
It changes spots.
Lost his spots.
Dang it. I never get those right. But that was a pretty good one, Papa. It was.
All right. One day, a man was driving down a country road at 30 miles an hour,
Mm-hmm.
and he noticed there was a 3-legged chicken running along beside his car.
A 3.
3-legged chicken. And that chicken was keeping up with him, so he just stepped on the
Wow.
accelerator, and he went up to 50 miles an hour. The bird increased its speed, and the bird kept pace with him at 50 miles an hour.
God.
After about a mile, the bird just turned up into a lane and went, and he kept on going. And he thought, well, I believe I'll turn around and go back and follow that bird up that lane and see what's going on. That bird could run 50 miles an hour, had 3 legs.
Yeah, that's insane.
So he drove up the farm lane and he knocked on the door. The farmer answered, and he told the farmer what had happened.
Yeah.
And the farmer said, well, we know about the chicken. As a matter of fact, my son is a specialist working with chickens, and he's introduced this strain where he can come up with a 3-legged chicken because we like the drumstick. He developed it, just that breed, just for them, so they would have a drumstick when they had chicken. And he said, there's 3 of us in our family. This way we don't have to kill one chicken. And the man said, that's the most incredible story I ever heard in my life. How do they taste? The farmer said, I don't know. We never have been able to catch one. You got to admit that was a good one.
That's a good one, Papa. That's a good one.
We've never been able to catch one. All right.
One more, Papa.
Why is your dog growling at me while I'm eating? Dave asked Steve. Does he want me to give him some food? No.
No.
Steve just said, he's staring at you because you're eating out of his plate. Now that's sad.
Those were good, Papa. And see, all of those were good. You recovered very well
Well,
this
you
week.
told me to
You
use
sure
a different.
did.
You told me to use a different book.
Okay, that's what it was.
I've got to go somewhere where I can find another book.
By Georgie, we'll find you one.
You
we
know,
will find you one.
I used to have all those jokes that came from Reader's Digest.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah.
Emily doesn't bring me a Reader's Digest anymore.
Well, come on, Miss Emily. We need some Reader's Digest jokes. Miss Emily.
These are pretty nice. These are pretty
But now,
nice.
yeah, whatever that would come out of, hang on to it. Because I like those.
These are all animal jokes by Noah.
Oh, that's
You remember
okay.
last week? Remember last week I said they said that Noah should have, while he had an opportunity, to have swatted those two flies.
Yeah. I do remember you saying that.
He should have swatted those two flies.
Well, those were good. Those were good. I gotta admit. Well, folks, thanks for joining us for another edition of the Albert and Billy Show here on WUAT Radio and Channel 18, BTC Fiber TV. And as always, don't forget to check us out on BTC Fiber YouTube page. Be sure to subscribe and like.
And like,
Give us a thumbs up. Give us a nice comment. We sure do appreciate that, don't we?
has anyone ever stopped you and talked to you about watching the show and told you they didn't like it?
No.
They don't tell you that.
Well, true.
They may tell
True.
it to their friend standing next to
True.
them after you walked on. But
True.
every time anyone has spoken to me about our show,
Mm-hmm.
they have been complimentary.
Yeah, very nice, and we appreciate that. And I get stopped daily about that. Yeah,
Well,
daily.
yesterday I was stopped 2 times.
Yeah, but yeah, we appreciate that. We appreciate all of our fans, all of our loyal viewers and listeners. Can't tell you enough how thankful we are for you guys, and for all the nice things you say, and some of them gives us gifts and everything. I mean,
Yeah.
so yeah, we love it. We love you guys. So keep it up. Keep it up. Keep showing the love.
Gotta have you.
That's right.
Gotta have you.
Gotta have you. That is so true.
Because I would not do the research that I do just for Billy.
No, he would not. But you're good at it. You're good at it. But we will be back next week for another edition of the Albert and Billy Show. So until then, though, you guys have a great week. Stay safe, and we will see you next time for another edition of the Albert and Billy Show.
So long, folks.
So long, everybody. Hey, folks, Albert and Billy here. You're watching us on Channel 18, BTC Fiber. Check us out on BTC Fiber YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe and like. And check out our Facebook page. Be sure to like and share. Thanks, everybody, for watching.